Did you know that pasta has claimed more lives than the mob ever has? A provocative statement, isn't it? But let's get down to the nitty-gritty of this unseen killer, and you'll see why it's more fact than fiction. Pasta, a staple in many diets around the globe, is a refined carbohydrate, a type of food that's been processed to remove its naturally occurring fiber, vitamins and minerals. Consuming these refined carbs triggers a chain of events in our bodies that can lead to a host of health issues, including metabolic disorders. Let's break this down. When you indulge in a heaping plate of pasta, your body works to digest it, breaking it down into simple sugars. These sugars then enter your bloodstream, causing your blood sugar levels to rise. To combat this sudden surge, your pancreas releases insulin, a hormone that acts as a key, unlocking your cells to let the sugar in, where it's used for energy. However, the modern diet, laden with pasta and other refined carbohydrates, has turned this perfectly normal process into a ticking time bomb. Consuming these foods frequently and in large quantities leads to a constant spike in blood sugar levels. In response, the pancreas works overtime, pumping out insulin. Over time, your cells become resistant to insulin's effects, a condition known as insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is the precursor to a host of metabolic disorders, including type 2 diabetes, obesity, and even heart disease. And it's not just pasta to blame, but a whole host of refined carbohydrates, including bread, rice, and cereals, not to mention sugary drinks and high-fructose corn syrups. So, the next time you reach for that bowl of spaghetti, think again. It could be a silent killer. This silent, unseen killer, hiding in plain sight on our dinner plates, is claiming more lives than we could ever imagine. But don't despair, for there's a way to fight back, to reclaim our health and vitality. Stick around to find out more in the upcoming scenes. Metabolic disorders are on the rise, and our diet is to blame. With every passing decade, we see a surge in disorders like diabetes and obesity, a health crisis that's quietly taking over the globe. But what's causing this alarming trend? The answer lies in our plates, specifically in the increasing consumption of refined carbohydrates like pasta. To understand how pasta and its refined carbohydrate cousins contribute to this crisis, we need to delve into the world of nutrition and metabolism. You see, when we eat foods high in refined carbohydrates, our bodies break them down into sugars, which then enter our bloodstream. This prompts our pancreas to pump out insulin, a hormone that helps our cells absorb these sugars for energy. But here's the catch. When we constantly flood our systems with these refined carbohydrates, our bodies have to produce more and more insulin. Over time, our cells become less responsive to insulin, a condition known as insulin resistance. This means our bodies need even more insulin to get the job done, pushing our pancreas into overdrive. And the consequences? They're severe. Insulin resistance is a key player in the development of type 2 diabetes, a disease that can lead to a host of other complications like heart disease and kidney failure. Obesity, another metabolic disorder, is also linked to our excessive intake of refined carbohydrates. These foods are often high in calories but low in nutrients and fiber. This means they don't keep us full for long, leading us to eat more than we need and gain weight as a result. But it's not just about weight. Refined carbohydrates also trigger inflammation in our bodies, which is associated with a range of chronic diseases from arthritis to cancer. The truth is, our bodies weren't designed to handle this onslaught of refined carbs. They evolved over millions of years to thrive on a diet rich in whole foods, not the processed fare that fills our supermarket shelves today, and they're revolting. It's high time we listened. But don't despair. There's a knight in shining armor: the carnivore diet. A carnivore diet can be a beacon of hope in the storm of metabolic disorders. This diet is not about gnawing on a steak at every meal, it's about understanding the importance of protein and natural fats. It's about focusing on nutrient-dense, unprocessed foods that come from animals. In a world where our plates are often piled high with refined carbohydrates, a switch to the carnivore diet can be a radical change. But it's a change that could help combat the fallout of a carb-heavy diet. How, you might ask? Well, the carnivore diet is rich in protein, a nutrient that is vital for our bodies. Protein helps to repair cells, build tissues, and create enzymes and hormones. But more importantly, it has a low insulin response. This means that consuming protein doesn't cause a spike in our blood sugar levels like carbohydrates do. And what about fats? The carnivore diet embraces natural fats. These fats, unlike the inflammatory seed oils we often consume, are not processed and do not contribute to inflammation in the body. Instead, they provide a steady source of energy and help us to feel satiated, reducing the need for constant snacking. But the benefits of the carnivore diet don't stop there. By eliminating refined carbs and sugars, this diet can improve insulin sensitivity. It can help to reset our body's response to insulin, making it more efficient at managing blood sugar levels. This can be a game changer for those battling insulin resistance, a key player in the development of metabolic disorders. Moreover, the carnivore diet can foster overall metabolic health. It can help to regulate our metabolism, ensuring that our body is functioning at its optimum. It can aid in weight loss, reduce inflammation, and even improve mental clarity. So, as we navigate through the stormy waters of metabolic disorders, it's crucial to remember that we are not without defenses. The carnivore diet might just be the lifesaver we need in this sea of refined carbs. But if you think pasta is the only villain in this story, you're mistaken. Let's take a moment to talk about sugar, especially high fructose corn syrup. This sweet devil is a major contributor to metabolic disorders and heart disease. It's not just the candy bars and sodas, mind you, it's the hidden sugars in processed foods that often go unnoticed. Did you know that a serving of your favorite breakfast cereal could contain as much sugar as 3 glazed donuts? Or that so-called healthy fruit juices can have more sugar than a can of cola? It's this hidden sugar that's quietly leading us down the path of health destruction. Moreover, high fructose corn syrup, a common ingredient in many processed foods, has been linked to increased inflammation, a major contributor to heart disease. So while pasta might be a major player, sugar is the true godfather in this mob story of metabolic disorders.